fuck you, Dad.
But yeah, I have a black eye.
Okay, so
That's why I'm wearing
I haven't seen you
sunglasses.
for 3 weeks.
My eye kind of hurts.
And you walk in, say you walk in 20 minutes late to your own podcast, by the way, which bold move. And then you say I've been taking a lot of L's recently,
I
which
have
is
been. I have
saying
been.
something because you and I would say champion of L's.
Yeah.
You and I have racked up.
We
some
kind of
L's.
run on L's.
Yeah.
And like the occasional W, but they've been racking
I
up.
still remember my first, my car accident where I almost died when I was 20. I listened to that song where it's like, last night I took it ill, but tonight I bounced back. I listened to that 1,000 times with a concussion in a totaled car. Like, I'm coming back from this. So, what happened?
We'll start with the black eye. The black eye isn't actually a very good story.
We take off the glasses?
It's
or
not
what
that. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. But you can see it.
Actually, yeah, it really isn't.
You can see it. Just my eye hurts.
You should have
with
made
the
it
light.
worse for the reveal.
Yeah, I know. I should have really
because
marked
it
up.
just looks like you're kind of tired and you scratched your eyes.
No, I've got like a. You could. I mean, it's just because my eye kind of hurts right now. But that was because it's all because I'm trying to like get fit and in shape a little bit. I'm trying to lose some of this like. I've got like rolls.
Yeah.
The problem is like I
haven't-
never was fat. I was always
Yeah.
a skinny twig thing.
Yeah, but you've also never given a shit.
Exactly.
You've been drinking beer and eating like
And
fast
cheese
food
and
for
horrible
like 7
shit.
years. I've never known you to exercise.
No, and never.
Yeah.
I haven't in 10 years.
Yeah.
So this is brand new stuff.
Yeah.
The first time I went out to like exercise, I
Sure.
went to play soccer just by myself, and then these guys, these like Latino dudes were like, we need another guy for like our pickup game, and I was like, oh sure, I'll play a pickup game, and I played with them for about like half an hour.
Winded.
Oh, dude. And they were like drinking beer. One was smoking a cigarette on the sideline
Yeah.
and still running rings around me. Like,
Yeah.
these dudes, insane.
Yeah.
Another level. And it was like 85 out. It was like one of those really hot days. And so I lasted about half an hour, and then I'm like, man, I don't feel that well. So I was like, okay, I'm going to pull the old like fake phone call thing. So I
Why? Okay, let's just pull back here. Why can't you be honest with these strangers and be like, "Hey, I'm tired. I'm just gonna
it's
go home."
because it's embarrassing. They're
But you
like,
don't even know. They don't know you. Who cares? Like,
I-
who gives a shit with these strangers at the park?
because I've been playing with them. I don't know.
You
There's
could
like
you could just
it's grown men
you
shit.
could- you
It's just
could
like
even
I don't
say-
want to bow
that's-
out.
Don't say it's grown men shit. This
It's-
is not grown. Faking a phone call to get out of a pickup.
No,
soccer
that
game
is not
with
grown men
strangers.
shit. I'm not saying that is. I'm saying
the
I'm
level of
with
shock.
grown men who are like smoking cigarettes,
So
drinking
why
beers.
can't you be a grown man and be like, "Hey, I'm done. I gotta go hang out with my
'Cause
fiance."
the-
You could have said that. That's like
That is what I said. That is
Yeah.
what I said. I looked at my phone. I was like, "Hey, I gotta go.
I mean,
I gotta go. It's later than I thought it was."
You're approaching on the 30.
Yeah.
This is gonna be who you are.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Do you always want to be the guy that's to fake a phone call?
No, I don't.
To get out of a
no.
situation?
No, of course not.
Yeah.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
But it is who I am now.
Unfortunately.
When I'm the youngest guy playing pickup soccer and I've got to bow out
Well, Nick,
because I don't feel good.
newsflash, they didn't respect you anyway.
Well, I know that.
there was
I know that.
there was zero. They
They
respect.
just needed a body.
Yeah.
They needed a body. That was the other thing is they needed a body, and then I joined for half an hour and then bounce. So it's like I can't just be like I'm tired. I don't know. I'm a sick man. Okay.
Oh, I know.
That's part of the podcast. It'd be a boring podcast if I was like, and then I just kind of said bye.
Yeah.
And then I left.
I know, but as a friend, I'm telling you that is completely insane. That you created a fraudulent phone call to get out of a game.
Well, I just didn't feel
A bad date, I understand. You need some sort of extra excuse. You can't just be like,
There's an obligation.
I'm tired.
There's an obligation.
Yeah, but this is you owe
No,
nothing.
there was
to
zero
this.
obligation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're correct. You're
Yeah.
correct. But anyway, I picked up my phone. I was like, oh, I gotta go, and I made it to like I just got off the field. I was just like behind the goal that there was only a couple of people around, and then I just projectile vomited like all over the field.
Oh my! After playing soccer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Did you eat beforehand?
No,
That's like concerning, dude.
It was just- it was-
You're like what, 28?
yeah,
And you couldn't handle 30 minutes
It was
of
intense.
exercise.
It was intense. It wasn't just exercise. And to be fair, I did do my own like I was like jogging a bit for like half an hour before that. And then they asked me to play pickup.
so hour of mild exercise.
an hour of
you're puking.
It wasn't mild, it was moderate. It was moderate.
Moderate exercise.
It was moderate.
Centrist exercise. You're puking on the side.
Yeah, I barfed. I mean, it was 10 years of sitting on the couch, dude. That's what happens. But it was just
I resent that you're not fatter than you are.
I know.
me,
I should be disgusting.
I stopped giving a fuck for 3 weeks. I got the tits are flying out. I can't wear just the short sleeve without a bra on. You're just like, you could just fuck off.
I'm faking it though. Like if I bend over now, like you see.
Shut up.
No.
We'll get some old friends of ours. You haven't been through it. You were never.
No, I haven't.
You were never a shirt in the pool guy.
I wasn't.
You never asked a girl out via a friend. Be like, can you ask someone?
No, I did still do that because of the self-esteem issue.
No, you still hated yourself, but you didn't have to get this response. Oh, who? The fat kid?
Oh,
boom.
that would have killed me.
First time I ever tried to ask out a girl in 6th
God.
grade, and I was like, well, I'm retired from that.
That's what she said. She went, "Oh, the fat. Oh my God, man."
Brutal. And at the time, I thought I was doing a little better, and I heard that, and I was like,
"Oh."
what?
And you'd taken a couple of W's in some way.
There was no W's coming, but I was so young that I wasn't smart enough to hate myself adequately yet. Does that make
in a way
sense?
she did you a favor.
Yeah, no, in a way she really was like, buddy, you're gonna want
You're supposed to be one of these.
You're gonna want to hit the gym. You're what we
You're
call
over
a
here.
friend. You're a fat friend. You know, people ask you out to the dance, and you're like, oh my God, somebody else. And then it's only because their boyfriend like broke up with them a week beforehand, and then they get right back together the night of the dance.
Oh man.
And then you're all dressed up, and you go out in the field and do some whippets alone and stare off. Let me tell you, that's going through it. Okay.
Now I never did whippets by myself, but
well, there's different ways to deal with different problems.
You're right.
But point being, you don't get to go, I have the rolls, because I had the rolls, buddy.
No.
I had the pain.
I understand.
You were sin. You ever people are hanging out.
I still vomited on a soccer field in front of people.
But you know what's worse? Oh, I got invited to a fun pool party, and then you think, oh, I've been exercising. I'll take my shirt off, and you can feel the vibe of the room die for a sec. You can feel everyone getting a little bummed out. Like
I feel like I have that
people had
body
an
right now,
appetite, and now they don't.
Yeah.
People were like, these chips are great, and then they take one look at you with the shirt off, and they're like, never mind. A little throw up in the mouth, and you go, you know what?
You hear one guy in the back go, "Whoa!"
A lot of people, it's no good. It's no goddamn good. When you're hooking up with somebody, they're like, take your shirt off. You're like, no. I think that's good for everybody. Let's keep it on. Let's fuck with a suit on.
The black guy, I play rec league soccer now, so now I'm playing like organized soccer.
So after you threw up, you're like, well, I got to join a team.
Yes. Well, I have to keep going, dude. I can't quit, you know?
Yeah.
That would be even sadder if I was like, well I puked, so I'm done.
Well, that would be fitting.
Well, yes,
if there's
of course.
anything you
But
tend to be,
I'm
I
trying
would
to
say
change
quitter.
some things about myself.
When
yes.
when Nick comes to mind, quitter is an adjective I would think of.
I'm trying to change that. You know, I'm trying to stay with it. So I'm playing rec league soccer, and the black guy was because I tried to go for a header, and the ball just like hit me in the eye.
Okay.
And then I've injured my body in multiple different.
So you get back into sports, it's going pretty poorly.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. Like I said, I vomited. I have multiple injuries. Our team is getting absolutely killed. It's a team full of comedians, so there's not a lot of athletes.
Not a lot of athletes.
And we're playing kids that like used to make fun of me in gym class.
Yeah, and they're wrecking you.
And it's triggering me. I hate to be that guy, but it's bringing back like a lot of like I'm not competitive, but I get mad.
Gym was really the worst part of the day. That's why I went like hard. Like I'm gonna make fun of you I'm gonna play this psychic mind game where I mock you for being.
Well, you
good.
have to.
That's what I did.
You got to do
because
that
I hated.
to
I was just fat, red around. I hated it. High school, chain smoking cigarettes. None of that was gonna run.
Now you're only vaping and
just.
You got to fade though.
I got to fade now.
You're not fat.
Look at me now, God damn it.
Yeah.
Not fat. not fat. I got a fade. Got a gold watch on. These people.
What's going on? I feel like there's some karmic shit going on right now with my life and your life. I feel like
well, here's the thing. I put in my internship in
price.
misery.
Yes.
I'm like a guy who got out of jail, and I'm trying to do. You were kind of riding on easy street.
Yeah, I was, dude.
You're going to hell, bud. See, it's all. Here's the thing. Life's so much easier when the first half's absolute shit. Like even with comedy, everyone's like, "Oh, my parents, they do." It's like, yeah, but there wasn't like a future when I was growing up. So it's like, dude, I bring home $100 from a bar show. My mom thinks I'm George Lopez. You know what I mean? My mom literally said,
The bar's so low. The bar's so
She thinks
low.
she's like, when you go to New York, you probably make it. Then we'll own the house. That's what my family thinks.
Yeah,
I'm big
yeah.
money, dude.
Wow.
I go back, I'm like little Dirk.
That's a lot of pressure, though.
It is. Oh, I'm losing my mind. But for sure,
That's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. But you know what? You eat Zoloft.
Yeah.
You keep moving.
Munch on
you,
that.
You munch on the Zoloft. You go on some runs, and you have.
See
enough.
the runs. The runs.
Oh, dude, running's everything.
It does feel good. I'm starting.
I love cardio.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. This is why I think sports. I sucked so bad at it as a kid. I associated that all exercise sucks.
Yes.
But it's like, if someone was like, "No, buddy, listen to some fucking listen to Eminem and run around, you'll feel better." And I was like, "Oh, I instantly did."
Yeah,
like you just feel better after you do it.
Yeah, you
And
feel
I
like
think
you did something.
You
Nice.
did. You actually did. You used your heart. Stopping the death train from hitting you earlier.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
maybe do that before you.
Yeah,
some
I'm giving
dudes
it a
take
whirl.
you in the
It's
park.
feeling good. I gotta get over the soreness and the stiffness of 10 years of not doing anything.
Dude, well,
but-
I didn't know how to, because I knew nothing about exercise, and like all things I do, I got into it very intensely, and I didn't stretch at all, and so I would just be like, oh, I'm running 5 miles, and then afterwards I'd be like, I think I broke my spine.
That's drug addict stuff too, though. But that's what I do too. I'll
Yeah.
just wake up one morning at like 8 a.m. and I'm like, I gotta go for a run, and Kelly's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And you're like,
I gotta go.
yeah, I got the bug.
Uh-huh.
I gotta go do it.
A little bit.
Well,
but
what are
I
some
start to
other
hurt.
L's that you've had recently?
Oh my god, dude. Okay, so I was at the airport
Yeah.
going to Raleigh, North Carolina.
Uh-huh.
I was excited because I was going to feature on these shows.
Yeah.
I was going to record this new Bud Light joke that I wrote.
Yeah.
And it's like a topical thing, so I was like, man, everything's going to work out.
Yeah.
And I'm in the security line, and I'm like, oh, you know what I'll do? I'll share the club's flyer for the show on my Instagram just to tell the Raleigh people I'm coming, that kind of thing. And I go to the poster, and the person I'm featuring for isn't on it. I'm not on it. It just looks like a totally different show. So I was like, oh, it's been rescheduled. And
Nobody told me.
nobody told me.
Yeah.
Which is like,
Pretty hurtful.
it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks a lot. And it seems to, I don't know why, happen a lot to me when good things happen. Like a good thing happens, and then it suddenly gets taken away without my not. It just made me feel so small. So
I love how honest. At least you're being very vulnerable, right?
Dude.
No, nothing makes you feel smaller than like you're excited. Weeks coming up, and
I told people about it.
You're launching on the pod.
Yeah.
And you get to the club, and they're like, so and so's like best friend. He's actually just a waiter, but he's pretty funny. He's gonna do your spot. You're like, my grandma's here. My grandma came from hospice to watch me, and they just kick you off.
And no job ever. The club, the shows got rescheduled to November, and no job is ever like, oh, you came into work today. You don't actually work today. You work you work in 6 months from now.
Also, you're not going down the street.
No,
You're about to jump
not
on an
even.
airplane.
So I have my headphones in security listening to music, and I'm realizing all this, and I'm kind of getting upset. And I thought I was going like, motherfucker, fucking bullshit. I fucking hate this shit. I thought I was like that level of volume. Apparently I was going, fucking motherfucker, fucking bullshit.
Okay, so you were crazy train guy?
Yeah.
You were CTA crazy train guy at TSA. You can't that energy needs to stay on the CTA.
Dude, I had
Because at the
no
CTA,
idea.
everyone's like, look away, but we got a lot of guns
I went
nearby.
full
We got a
train guy.
lot
Yeah,
of government
yeah.
officials. This is not the time to be screaming.
I was getting physical with it too, because I crouched down and get really low, and I didn't even know I was being this loud. So I'm in my own world.
So
I'm
I just want to picture that. I fly quite a bit, so it's like I'm sitting at TS. I'm like, fuck, I gotta go. And a guy before me
I'm in the
just
security line.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
The guy's just crouching down, doing like a leapfrog position, going, motherfucker, fuck, shit, fuck. Like it's like he forgot the bomb, and you're mad at yourself.
Or like at the country, at least. I'm at least upset. A lot of negative vibes
Here's
going.
the thing: you are saying what everybody's thinking in TSA. Everyone's like, motherfucker, fuck, shit.
Yeah.
You gotta bring out everything. It's 6 a.m. and you hate yourself, dude. So what happened?
I'm in my own kind of universe. I'm sort of staring off, and then I feel like a brisk like tap on my shoulder from behind me, and I look, and it's two TSA guys.
Tough.
With the not like the normal like blue like ID and whatever, like the 65-year-old guy who's sitting on a chair. Like these are like the guys, and they were like, "You got to come with me." And then I instantly turn into like beta bitch mode because I unplug my headphones.
It works
and I go,
for you, yeah.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on here, sir? Officers? I call them officers. I have no idea.
Buddy,
if they are.
anytime the authority, that's when you become misrespectful. You're like, "Hello, officer."
And they were like, "No, you just got to come with us." And then so they bring me into the like screening room, and they go, "Do you have any idea like what you were saying out there?" And I was like, I was so like baffled because they didn't explain it to me. I was like, I'm going to a show and it got canceled. I was talking to myself, and they were like, "Yeah, you were talking to yourself. Pretty loud, pretty vulgar." And they were like, "We got to search you." They did a whole like.
Did they check your asshole?
Evaluation? No, nothing like that. Nothing like that. They did like they didn't even take off my pants or anything, but they went through my whole bag. They threw away my Delta 9 pen, which I was like,
we're in a state that's legal.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They
Yeah.
just threw it away,
Yeah.
and I was like, all right, whatever. And then nothing more exciting than that. But they really gave me like where are you from? Where are you going? They asked me that like 9 times. Then they asked me if I was on any prescription medication. Like, do you have a doctor I could talk to? Do you have like any
A doctor? Oh, so they
because
thought
they thought I was having like a psychiatric episode, which I kind of was. But to be fair, it kind of was.
I love how you're like, so all I do, I'm crouching down, screaming fucking THC, and then everyone thinks I'm crazy. Cancel culture's gone out of control.
So I eventually they're like, all right, just calm down. And I was like, yeah. You guys have really calmed me down, like made me feel like this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So then I exit security, and I'm kind of it's still like an hour until my flight. Kind of razzled. I go to Chili's. I need to get a beer.
Dude, the Chili's at the airport's actually great.
Yeah, no, it's the place to be.
If it didn't cost $1,000, if you didn't have to apply for a small loan.
To be honest, yes, prices are absurd
I mean, I remember
for
once.
microwaved chicken bites.
I remember once, this was a couple years ago, I was visiting my grandma in Minneapolis, and I was just chilling at, it was a Chili's, I think, at the Minneapolis airport, having a drink, and then I was talking to this girl there, and I think my brain went into single mode. I forgot, hey, you're at an airport right now. So I was you want a drink? So
I bought drinks for people at airport.
So I started like buying. Like we're like taking shots together. We're like talking. She was like going to DC. She's wearing politics. I'm talking about Bernie Sanders. We're having this, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, I gotta go." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're going to another place on the country, right?" And then I got stuck with like $150 tab. You're like, what are we doing?
You just get on the plane. You're like, I hope this thing goes down. I hope it does. I just dropped 150 at a bar for no reason.
Yeah, I remember the guy even was like, dude, this isn't like a bar.
I'm just gonna have a boner at a plane.
He was like, what did you think was gonna happen? Like, what was the end game here?
So I go to Chili's. I get a beer and some chicken things, and I'm eating. I'm texting you a bit. I finish up. It's time to go to my gate. To board the plane, to go to Raleigh, to maybe get a guest spot, whatever.
Yeah.
I give the guy my card, the bartender. He disappears for 25 minutes. After about 8 minutes, I look to the other staff in there, and I was like, hey, where's the guy with my card? Like, I gave it to him 8 minutes. I have a flight, like, and they were like, oh, he went to the bathroom.
With your card?
That's what I said. I was like, with my card? What's he doing in the bathroom with my card?
That's kind of wild, actually.
Super weird. Like, I immediately, like, while he was doing that, I
canceled the card.
Canceled the card, because I was like, he's probably writing down numbers or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, took him 25 minutes. I was like, I need my phone, but I guess I could have left because I fucking canceled.
You canceled the card. Yeah, you're stressed. The TA said they're
damn
taking you into a side room. You're screaming. Yeah, you canceled the card. You could have just left, actually, but
it was too late anyway because by the time he gave it to me, I get to my gate, missed my flight.
So you just that's an episode though.
Yeah,
that's an episode of the Nick Show. That's very entertaining. Well, here's the thing.
Too late for Kelly to come pick me up. She already drove all the way to drop me off and then went all the way back. It was a 2 hour.
You took a blue line.
Had to take a blue line train to a bus to get back to the apartment.
Brutal.
Dude.
That is a sad ride.
If you want to talk about darkness.
That's the dark. I mean, the entire time you're waiting for the blue line, you're looking at those tracks and you're like, I wonder if I just do a clean dive, will it be over?
Oh.
Well, you kind of, in a way, lucked out because if you would have flown all the way to Raleigh, just to get a couple guest spots and then you don't have a car while you're there to move it, you still would have been kind of bad.
Yeah, I would have been in a pickle for sure.
Yeah, like at least you got to stay. Like you had a shitty couple of hours, but you weren't in a whole other city not doing shows.
Yeah, you're right. But it was still bummer because I was so excited to do those spots.
That does suck.
And you were at Good Nights recently, and
I was there.
Looked like it was a great fucking time.
It was a really good time.
Yeah, of course
I kind of did want to bring it up, but it was awesome. I had a really good time.
No,
I was
it
just
did look fun.
Jeff, check it out. But I will share. Not quite as bad of an L, but a bad experience I had while I was down there. So, actually, while I was doing that weekend. So, I'm staying with my mom while I'm down there. And my mom's a single woman, right? And so I come back from these shows like 2 a.m, drive back to the old house. And then I open the door and first sign of bad, I see 2 empty bottles of tequila. I'm like,
wow.
And then I see a random man's shoes that I don't. And I'm like, oh no. Because
there's a new daddy.
My next thought is like, because my mom only dates other deaf people.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if you've seen the movie Coda. There's a really realistic scene where, deaf people, they don't know how loud they're being. So theoretically, they could both be fucking loud as shit. And I was like, if someone encounters a bear in the woods and they're frozen, like I still have my keys in my hand and I'm just frozen. Like if I hear anything, I'm gonna walk outside and kill myself. In this next moment, I will walk outside and I will bang my head against the railing until I'm dead. So I'm just sitting there frozen, like, what's my next? Yeah. I'm investigating, and I decide they're already asleep. So I'm just like, I'm gonna go up to the room and lock the door, not talking to anybody, and then. Next day, I'm getting up, and my mom's like hungover, coming down, like, I didn't think you'd be back, which is also like, mom's kind of almost making fun of me, like, well, you're doing shows. I thought you'd be out getting like I thought you'd be out having fun. I didn't think you're some narc who's gonna come back at 2 a.m. singing out, and then it's like awkward. The mom's like, so you want to make? I can make some food. And I was like, I'm just gonna leave, And then the guy's also waking up and feel like
you left in the morning.
I was really tired, so I was sleeping. But then I left because the guy was still there, and he's like talking to me. He's like, "So how are the shows?" And I'm like, "I don't want to talk." I'm like, "Get the fuck away from me, dude!" Like it was just like this, it's sign language. I'm like, do I get a whiff or something? You know what I mean? And it's like, Jesus,
holy shit,
Christ! So I'm just literally in the morning. I just was like, I called my brother. I'm like, I'm meeting you in Raleigh. I'm getting out of here. I just went and had breakfast. I just was away from the house for like 4 hours.
Yeah. Did she apologize at all, or was that?
No,
just,
I mean it's her damn house. She didn't really feel bad about it at all. I mean, I think I apologized for being a bitch and coming back a lot. She just it's just like a Friday. It was wild in there. There was like open bag of combos.
2 bottles
they
of tequila.
Both killed. I mean, smaller ones, but yeah, they both killed some, like a bottle each, basically.
I can't imagine how loud they were before you got there. Holy shit!
It was. I prefer not to talk.
The neighbors must have woken up.
Yeah. Must have sounded like 2 seals fighting. It was pretty bad. And so
No, that's pretty bad. I mean, mine.
It was just awkward. Like
that's very awkward.
Because it's like
mine wasn't awkward.
I love my mom. She's so like pure. No, like my mom she's an adult with her own life, but I'm like such a pure like Christian woman. Yeah. Just in that mode where it's just like, all right, you do your adult thing, but I can't be your son right now. I need to get the fuck out of here. I can't interact with any of this. I need to leave. And then my mom's like holding her head, just be like, I can't fucking drink tequila like that again. There's a ripped open bag of combos on the floor.
Like she is your mom, though. It's pretty adorable.
Yeah.
If you were an older woman, that's what you would be doing for sure.
Oh yeah. So that was tough. That was a tough one.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Oh, I been applying for jobs, and I almost got scammed. Got scammed.
Was it the multi-level marketing people?
Yeah.
Yeah, they hit, when you're looking for jobs, they hit you real hard. When I moved here, because this is a red flag. Anytime some job hit me up and they're like, we saw your resume and we're very excited to talk to you. I'm like, yeah, no, you're a scam. Yeah, you're a scam. I'm like, you're excited to talk to me? I've worked at Lowe's Foods, a warehouse, a call center, which I scammed for the training money.
Yeah.
And a Marco's Pizza. I don't think you're actually very excited to talk to me at all.
My best friends aren't excited.
No,
to talk to me
what my mother isn't excited to talk to me. So I don't think. Yeah.
It was a sales position, and I got excited because I was like, hey, I'll do sales because you can make a lot of money, right? And they're like, yeah, you could make a lot of money.
Well, the thing about it, and then it's one of those where they're like, it's all commission.
Yes, exactly.
And you go door to door. So it's like potentially you could work a week for no money.
This was cold calling for canvas bags, like those kind of bags.
Yeah, which also any cold call, it's a
which
a
people
loss.
get for free most of the time.
It's
so.
a loss.
Yeah.
If you're scamming the elderly out of cash.
It took them forever because I kept asking them like, what do you guys sell? Like, what are you selling? They were like, well, we sell products, and then start talking about some other bullshit. And
yeah,
I was like,
they're trying to scam. They're trying to sell you into something.
Yeah, they're trying to get me to buy the shit.
Yeah.
That was the thing. There was like, you buy some stuff.
Yeah, it's like a drug dealer. You have to buy the product.
It's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
I should be a drug dealer, dude.
Oh, we'll talk off pod, but I'm just joking. But okay, one other, not an alibi court, but just in the spirit of the pod, I got to quote something dumb my dad said. So I hung out with my dad a little bit while I'm down there. It's nice because it's getting. I think we're getting to the end of not like his life, but I think of our relation. I think it's like, I think we both understand what it is.
Yeah. It's like that breakup, that right before the breakup bliss, where you realize it's going to be over soon.
Yeah, that's kind of exactly because, I don't really make that much of an effort to spend time with him. We hung out once briefly, and he was like, "Yeah, you have some time. You can see me, whatever." And I was like, "Yeah,
okay,
yeah. I'm not going to prioritize you at all." Beautiful. And then, I was there last night. Like, all right, I'm gonna take the fam.
If you literally have nothing else that you have going on, come see me. It literally nothing. If you're not hungry, if you're not tired,
if there's not a new Netflix show that seems interesting,
you've run out of things to watch.
Yeah,
literally,
if there's not an open mic on the other
do.
side of the state, you'd rather hit. But so, last night I'm like, I'm gonna take the family out to dinner before I go, and then I invite them. This is a
It's a
message
baller
of
move.
peace.
I've never taken my family out to dinner.
I pay for everything while I'm there.
God,
why do you think I ask you people for money? I'm not. Here's the plot twist. I'm not dumb with money. I just have a lot of responsibilities.
Well, taking them out to eat isn't like a responsibility, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Well, then either you take them out to eat or we're not eating. So I'd like to go to a restaurant every now and then. I don't want to just sit at the goddamn house. So point is, take family out to eat.
Yeah.
I invite my dad, and then my dad shows up late. He looks angry for some reason.
What's the restaurant?
Mellow Mushroom.
Oh, nice.
It's a nice place. They
Yes.
have a good location.
I
in
love
Durham.
Mellow Mushroom.
Yeah, Mellow Mushroom's pretty good. And then we're hanging, and we're talking or whatever, and just make like a mild. My mom's deaf. She uses sign language. And then my dad, when he's talking, he's just not using. My dad's pretty good at sign language. He's just not using it.
Okay.
So I was like, hey, just use sign language if you're gonna, because you're kind of excluded.
Right.
And then he just starts getting like real weird.
Well, you told him what to do.
That's 1,000% what it is. That's 1,000%. And he just was like weird about it. And then today, he's first off texting me a whole bunch of nonsense about like, I sent you my account info for this app that could give you like free rides. And I'm like, no, you didn't. And also, I don't want it. So I was like,
that is exactly what you do.
Yeah.
You have to see the parallels and how funny that is.
Oh, I do. Believe me, I'm aware. So
he's trying to via you right now?
He's trying to via me right now.
That's hilarious.
And then he texts me like, hey, if I'm gonna hang out with your mom, let me know ahead of time so I can hire an interpreter.
Oh my God.
To be, and I'm like, first off, you married her. You lived with her for 15 fucking years. You're saying you need an interpreter to talk. First off, we should hire a lawyer so I never have to see you again. That's what that is. And I find you had a good, like, I'm not, also, how weird would it be to, okay, let's just imagine. My dad takes the no money he has, buys an interpreter, to sit at Mellow Mushroom and just say what? Just rant about how the mailman's after you?
Yeah.
Just to send these fucking serious messages to me. And you know what I did? I threw the block on. I just threw the block.
You threw the block on? You blocked your dad?
Oh, because he was texting me a whole bunch this morning. I'm like, I was like, what you're saying is so fucking stupid. There's no response. So I just blocked him. I was like, I'm just not. I'm not talking to you right now.
That's a big step.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think we're close. I think we're close to like a.
That's huge.
Because I can't even. I think I'm gonna send like.
Could you? That's a bad shift as an interpreter. Like usually you're at like events.
Yeah, you're like it's like a governor thing.
Yeah,
you know?
and no, this crazy guy is just like, help me talk to my fucking bitch ex-wife and my fucking stupid kid.
Yeah, and he tries to be like, I don't want you paying for me, so he just buys like I'm like, there's just like pizza.
Yeah.
He's like, very separate bill, just for like one avocado sandwich, and I'm like, okay, well, I have $7, Dad. I could have gotten avocado sandwich.
Well, that's a frustrating thing to deal with. Yeah. My dad would be over the moon if I took him out.
Another
to dinner.
power move, which I he offered me $50, and I threw it back at him like that.
Holy shit!
I made some money doing comedy down there, so I was kind of feeling high. I was feeling very not my old self. So he threw me $50, and I was kind of mad at him. So I was like, I think you need it more than me. Yeah.
Holy shit, man! I'm hard as fuck over here.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I just threw it right back at him like he handed me just trash.
God, I thought you were gonna. You've been doing W's, dude. That's a huge W.
Yeah.
I told you.
Well, because I did a couple weeks of shows, so I had some like cash, and and I just was like. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want your 50. Because he also, like, I went to his house once, and he had this nice TV, and then my brother's like, oh, where'd you get that TV? And he's like, sounds like some shit I would do. He's like, I got, like, it was like $300. I got a really nice TV. I thought I would convince you guys to come over more, which is very sad. But it's also like, maybe just work on yourself.
But who says that? Who is that, like, open and immediately like, oh, I bought it so you guys would like me? It's like, what?
Yeah.
That's the weirdest, saddest thing I've ever heard. I'm not going to spend more time with you.
Yeah. Well, that's what my dad is. That's why I am. He's never, it's all right there. It's not hidden at all. Well, because it's like, yeah, you just think, oh, I just want to do TV. I'm doing. He's like, no, I just thought if I had a nice, it's not, oh, if I maybe work on the 15 things that have caused me to be estranged from my family. Maybe we'd hang out. No, it's the TV. It's the TV. If I get a new TV, then they'll come over. Which sounds like some shit I would do. I've definitely been like, when I'm dating someone, I'm like, no, I brought her a new pair of shoes. I don't know why she left me.
Yes, well.
Yeah. But well.
That is so funny.
Been a great cast.
We got to wrap this up.
Fucking live. May 19th. Joey Villagomez. Hilarious. Lincoln Lodge. Buy the tickets now. It's going to be fantastic. It's kind of one of our last hurrahs before I leave Chicago.
Yes.
Come out, support the pod, throw some money on the goddamn Patreon. Woo. And after you come to that show, check out some shows every goddamn night of the week at the Lincoln Lodge. Thank you.
That's crazy. Hey guys, you just listened to another episode of Fuck You Dad. If you could follow us on our Instagram, which is FCKYOUDAD podcast. That's the important one. We also have a Twitter account, which is FCKYOUDADPODCA1. If you could follow that. Also, please submit any father stories that you have that you'd like us to make fun of, laugh at, or share. Shoot that to our Instagram DMs. And if you could please go ahead and rate the podcast, share the podcast with your friends and family that might enjoy it, and keep listening. Thank you so much.